SJX Vision 1 Charlie Victor fly heading 240 descend and maintain 3000.
Fly heading 240 descend and maintain 3000 SJX Vision 1 Charlie Victor.
Should be me. Whoop, whoop. Okay. I'm going to come up here and I'm going to bring the sound of this one back. And this one way back. Compared to... Alright. Hello, this is Chaz, November 146 Charlie Hotel. You're watching me fly, or actually, our AI pilot is flying the SJ Vision, so-called by the ATC here. Anyway, we're coming around into KAVX. That is Santa Catalina. And we're coming around to make an approach at 3,000 feet. You're in a Cirrus SJ50. At the center pillar, you are looking at little blue donuts that I wrote for 2D and VR, and it moves around like this. It also is sizable if I just change the opening code. And we're going to put it right there. So here's what it is. If you've never seen the little blue donuts, the reason I call it little blue donuts is because there is a donut that shows up in here. And if you're familiar with other angle of attack devices, they have either an up or down or a half circle, which indicates that you're coming into your approach low, or a half circle above, which means you're coming in a little bit too high speed. And here's the actual angle of attack. Right now it's 0. But this is an angle of attack HUD. It just has 17 other parameters. But the angle of attack portion of it is the readout itself, the red, yellow, and green, which also contains a current speed, the wing, which indicates as a little blue donut right there, our gear, and you will see that coming down when the gear, when the AI pilot puts it down. This is Dan Grider's DMMS, which is something that I rather recently found out about. Dan had come up with an idea based upon what kind of training that the commercial airline pilots go through. And they have a minimum maneuvering speed, and Dan wanted to translate that over to general aviation because he'd actually lost 2 of his students in the same airport, mind you, from loss of control. Well, the whole idea of Little Blue Donuts was all about loss of control, and it's been around since almost 2 years now. Dan came up with his DMMS, which is, what is it? It's V1 times 1.404, and whatever V1 is will give you the determined D minimum maneuvering speed. For in the case of the SF-50, it is 105. Okay, you see we're going to intercept right here.
Fly heading 060. Report the field in sight. SJX Vision 1 Charlie.
Cool
Victor.
cool beans. And that's, wait.
SJX Vision 1 Charlie Victor.
Oh, that's KNUC. Oh shit, we're not coming into San that, because over there is San Clemente, not San Clemente. This is San Clemente here. That's where we're going to be landing at KNUC. Well, shit. Let's go direct, nearest. Now KNUC is the nearest. We'll activate that, and there we can see our extension lines coming from KNUC's runways. Let's look into a little bit of background on that. Let's go to nearest, and well, let's see if they have a VOR. No, Santa Catalina does, but San Clemente does not. Let's go back. Nearest airport, yes, is going to be San Clemente. And okay, you see the gear going down? That's one of the blue donuts. The other one will be seen in here if the right parameters are set between 83 and 91 knots. I fudged the factor of VS, which is the stall speed. There's also there we go. That's full donut. There's a blue donut there, and there's a little blue donut there, and that's why I call it little blue donut. But you can see that we are getting up into the red area, and angle of attack is at 6. It'll turn red if you start getting into a bad area. Oh, it's going to 7. We are at a low donut speed. That's what this right here is It's going to be try to be between 83 and 91 knots. But I've really got it set for 10% lower than what is it? VSTOL, VSO, stuff out. That means, okay, now we got full flaps. And we're coming in over here. Let's go back. Yeah, that's can you see. All right, let's go to home and hold for the map. Okay. We're actually low, and for some reason, and I've based my V speeds, my V stuff out, that means full flaps, is based upon 1.303, well, excuse me, 1.3 times VSO. Or is it VS? I have to look at the how I wrote it. But anyway, the bottom line is that there's an upper and a lower limit behind the donut. The donut right in the middle shows, this is what, a gap of what, 83 to 91? That's 2 more, that's 8. Total of 8 between 83 and 91. So midpoint would be 83 plus 4, right? So we're 87. We're 10 knots slower than we should be. And I'm not doing that. The pilot is doing that, and that ain't what's supposed to happen. And I base my stuff on the real SO stuff out, or stall speed with full flaps and gear, and VS, which is clean. Well, Dan is basing his on, notice we're down here with DMMS. We're way below that. We're way below what the minimum maneuvering speed is, and that is, again, 1.404 times V1. And in practical terms, it's VS. In other words, clean stall. And so I've been working on, for the last couple of weeks and months, on getting landing speed working. I had it working at one point, and I'm trying to understand the other code other folks have used. What I'm doing is saying, look, if the front gear touches, or here we go, look for it up here, it's going to show up at 0, and bang, ouch. Oh, it didn't even come up. That's interesting.
Taxi via 6 Alpha Delta.
Gate taxi via 6 Alpha Delta SJX Vision 1 Charlie Victor.
So anyway, here are the components of Little Blue Donuts: roll, pitch, yaw. They all change colors, and green is in the middle, and yellow is less than optimum, and red is more than set or optimum. The AOA right now is set at -3. That's fine. The vertical speed is going between 1 and 0. That's what VSI is. So in other words, if the wing gets up into the red, you're going to be at a high angle of attack, and you're in the possibility of being a dead guy or a gal. Because if your VSI, your angle of attack gets too high, then you've lost your lift. That's what a stall speed is. So that's what we have here. We have a warning system that shows you the exact proper approach speed-wise, and will also indicate if you're in the yellow, you're good. If you're in the green, you're good. Oh, what's going to go on here? Is he going to turn off or what? Okay. All right, so here are the pieces. Frames per second.
SJX Vision 1 Charlie Victor. Contact ground on 119.55.
Contact ground on 119.55
roll, pitch, yaw,
SJX
angle of
Vision,
attack,
1 Charlie, Victor.
vertical speed,
SJX
frames per
Vision,
second,
1 Charlie,
what the aircraft is, it will know, and based upon what the aircraft is, it will say it right there, the ICAO name, and the donut is going to be shown right here if you're on it, which is going to be right in between the low donut and the high donut right here. And you will, and you did see a high donut and a low donut as we continued our approach. North will always indicate what direction north is with this arrow. Here's heading. Here's our G-forces. Here is AGL. AGL should be 0 right here, right? But if we get above 2,500 feet, we'll go into flight level nomenclature. And what is it you're doing, Mr. AI pilot? And down here is the wind in its direction.
SJX Vision 0 Bravo Delta cleared IFR2 Los Angeles International.
Oh, we're going to LAX.
10
Okay.
Alpha, Squawk 47
So let's go to nearest
Cleared IFR
airport.
Los Angeles International. As filed. Maintain 10,000 Squawk 4700 SJX
Here's
Vision
KLAX.
0 Bravo, Delta.
And activate.
SJX Vision 0
55 knots.
Runway 6 taxi via Delta Alpha hold short of runway 6.
Runway 6 taxi via Delta Alpha hold
What
short
was
of
that
runway
sound?
6 SJX Vision 0 Bravo Delta.
Did we scrape against something? Oh, don't do that, dude. Don't. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Okay. All right. So, anyway, that's Little Blue Donuts. And this is version VR 2.89G because I put in Dan Greider's, and you will not see DMMS until we're up in the air. I put in Dan Greider's DMMS. It'll be green if we are at or above the determined minimum maneuvering speed, and will turn red. It will follow the wing, and it'll turn red below the wing if we are below the maneuvering speed. And here's the difference. If you are at or above the maneuvering speed because of Dan's 1.404 times VS, that's stall speed clean, he says V1. It's actually the lower part of the white that you find in regular GA aircraft, indicating the stall area. And at 1.404, you'll be able to, if you're flying at or above DMMS, you will be able to maneuver with up to a 30-degree bank and stay the fuck out of trouble. And that's why he created DMMS. And once we get in the air, it'll pop up either below or above to always alert you to what the proper speed is. Now on a Cessna, I created an overlay on top of the speedo, on top of the airspeed indicator, that I hand drew so that it will always be correct for a Cessna 172. I have not done that with any other aircraft. So there is both the Little Blue Donuts and on the speedo, on the indicated airspeed indicator, there is also going to be a green flag that's going to point to where the DMMS for that machine meaning the aircraft, and every aircraft is different, which is why we have different stall speeds for every aircraft, and that's what Little Blue Donuts is all about, to keep you the fuck out of trouble. If you do my approach, once you've gotten lower than DMMS, you should be on approach. When you're on approach, you want the Little Blue Donuts to take over. Otherwise, if you're at or above DMMS, just fly at or under 30 degrees in a roll, then you'll be okay. You will not auger in. And that's the whole idea of DMMS. So, I'm not going to belabor the point anymore. I just wanted, for those of you that have never seen it, and those of you that have never seen a VR presentation of, what the hell is that doing in the middle of the taxiway? Guess what, folks? Mr. OrbX, you fucked up. And I noticed that in Van Nuys, there is a road that goes directly into the taxiway. And I think it's Taxiway Alpha, the one that goes right by the tower. All right, let's zoom into here and see where we're going. Yes, isn't that beautimous? And yes, we're on Alpha. We could go to Charlie and take off, but it looks like we're probably going to be going to Delta. And now, whenever you move it like that, notice it says pan mode. We're in graphically edited pan mode. All right, we passed Charlie, just passed it. And if I go back, it'll be synced again, so that we can go out and in. And at this point, we're using 800 feet, under 800 foot scale. So we're going to be going to Delta. We don't need to do a run up. We just came in from, where was it? Van Nuys. And flew over the water. It's a shame that we're not going to go to, you know what, I wonder what happened if I took it off of autopilot. Not autopilot, but AI flies the aircraft. I wonder, because I'm going to try it. I am going to try it. All right, I'm going to hit my A key. I need to be able to take over here.
SJX Vision 0 Bravo Delta contact tower on 126.75.
Contact tower on 126.75.
You know what I might do?
SJX Vision 0 Bravo
I might
Delta.
let
SJX Vision
let me see
0
if I can
Bravo
do this.
Delta.
I'm gonna make an approach, because
runway 6, you're cleared for takeoff.
okay.
Fly heading 060 runway 6 SJX Vision 0
All right, let's
Bravo
zoom out.
Delta.
And now let's go to views and circle view, circle. Oh, I can do that. Oh shit, let me go back to views. Resume flight, views. Ah, damn it. Resume flight. Whoops. And come on, man. Let's go. Damn. It's a little bit too sensitive. All right, we're going to go to X and go to, I guess I should use that and go, damn it. Resume. X. Get yourself off of pause. We need to go and replay. And replay. I don't want to go to replay. I want to go to views, and I want to, there we go. Now, how do I get it off of pause? There we go. I'm learning this knuckle controller. All right.
SJX Vision 0 Bravo Delta contact center on 133 point.
You know, this is interesting.
Contact center on 1.
I could not see the. I cannot
Vision,
see
0 Bravo Delta center.
little blue
SJX
donuts
Vision, 0
or
Bravo Delta.
SJX Vision 0 Bravo Delta Catalina.
You know what I'm going to do? Once we get enough altitude, let's call it 1,000 feet.
Catalina altimeter 2992. SJX Vision 0 Bravo Delta.
SJX Vision 0 Bravo Delta climb and maintain 10,000.
Climb
I'm going to
maintain
take it off of
10,000.
AI flies your aircraft.
SJX Vision 0 Bravo
I got to be
Delta.
ready to take over, which means I got to get this thing the hell off of my hand. I think I've taken over. Let's see. I have. All right, so.
Unable to find view ID.
Oh no. All right, I need to use my controller to get back in the cockpit. And there we go. Okay, so we're going to go this way. Is the gear up? Yeah, it is. I think I want to put the GTN 750 over here and make it bigger. And turn it around. I'm bumping in all kinds of shit. And let's go to nearest and airport, KVX, activate. Okay. Oh, there it is right below us. Oh, wait. No, that's San Clemente. Well, let's go ahead and follow the magenta line. And I'm going to put little blue donuts over where it's a little bit more friendly for me. Let's say we'll put it right there. Okay, and I want to get that out of the way. So where should I put it? Should I put it down here? Yeah. All right, Chaz, fly the goddamn thing. All right, we're coming back. There's Santa Catalina. What's our altitude? Oh, 7,400. Shit. And we're going to fly the magenta line. We're also going to use little blue donuts because I want you to see the way it was designed to be. I use the V speeds of every aircraft. It is a data ref, one of the built-in internal variables that are available to us. And let's come a little bit to here. We're 200 knots. And luckily, we can put some, we can hang some gear out at around 200 knots. So let's go ahead and watch the gear come down. Okay. And that's brought us down to 209. And we're coming down that 3,000 feet a minute. We want to be at about, see the DMMS is saying 105? As long as we're above that, we can fly 30-degree bank angles with no sweat whatsoever. So I'm right on the magenta line right here. And speed's down to 188. That's good. We want to land at, as I said, 87 knots. That would be right on the donut. So I'm going to hang some flaps out. Watch the flaps come down. That's down to 50. We're down to 164. I'm going to make our approach at about 90, say. Oh, there's our intercept point. So we want to pick out the lead out line. We are at 1600. Notice that it's no longer showing flight levels. Look on the below heading and G's. Notice that it's saying AGL. That's above ground level. And we want to pick up this little dotted line. What did I do with my stick? There it is. We want to pick up this little dotted line right here, because that is the extension of the runway. So yes, the little magenta line actually shows you the direct. After all, we pushed the direct button, didn't we? Shows the direct route. Now we're coming to pattern altitude. They're right at 1100, and we're going to come out to the left a little bit here because we want to give ourselves time to set up. And notice that we're already at high donut at 92 knots. We want to hit that extension line at about a 30-degree angle, and that looks like we're set up to do that. We want to maintain AGL of I want it to be 87. Well, a little bit high. And I'm going to send this down to the Cirrus folks. Now that we've got Southern California so beautifully done by OrbX, we're going to come to the left a little bit to pick up that lead-in line, because I want a nice, smooth flight. Now, in order to be qualified as on the donut, there are about 6 parameters. Vertical speed is one of them. You need to be under 700 feet per minute. And remember, we've got a slope. I really didn't need to put my gear down, but we needed to slow ourselves down. I'm adjusting the rate of descent right now. I'm trimming for it. Now everything is little bitty movements. Little bitty movements. And could we fly this juking around? Yeah, we could do that. but I'm trying to stay safe, and I want to show you a nice approach. So I'm not going to be all bush piloty. I wonder if Southern California includes a new rendition of Santa Catalina. Yeah, we're a little on the high side, and we're at 2,000 feet. We need to come down. We need to start coming down. I'm going to trim again for about, say, 300 feet a minute. Now that's more than I wanted to do. All right, we need to start coming in because we're right on the lead out line of KAVX. The most beautiful Catalina I've ever seen, and I may change my mind, but the most beautiful Catalina I've ever seen of any simulator using Vulkan is FS2, Aerosoft FS2. I mean, it's freaking gorgeous. And I'm thinking that I'm wondering how high that is. Let's get up a little bit higher. So I'm thinking it's on the top of this hill here. Because in the, yeah, you can see all the trails. That's pretty damn well done. We're going to have to fly over that in a Cessna to see how well it's really done. All right, there is our landing strip, I believe. Dead ahead. I may have to do a go-around because that was not the landing strip. Let me zoom in here. Where the fuck is it? Oh, it's over here. I think I see it. We should be pointing right at it right now. And I do not see it. Is that it over there? Yeah, it must be. Jesus, way off. Yeah, okay. All right, I'm having to do a little bush piloting around here because I'm coming down with more flaps. Yeah, it is. That's it. That is it. And zoom back out. 95. No, it's too high. It's too fast. Decent sync rate. I like that. Yeah. Okay. I did want to pull off a decent landing here just to show you that there's a modicum of skill here. And I just say just a modicum. Although I've been flying simulators for almost 31 years, it was always oh, this is brand new. This is cool. This is OrbX is doing, I believe. Look at that. Look at that those little fixed up places with poured asphalt. Wow, look at that. Well done, guys, or whoever did this. All right, we're going to park her, and we're going to go back to AI flies. And we'll see. Let me put the brakes on. Okay. I had to remember what file I had to copy over. This is a relatively new, or actually the newest version of X-Plane. The stock version I keep on my K drive, and I'm bringing my aircraft. I'm bringing my custom scenery. I'm bringing my global scenery. And what else? I can't remember what else. All of that's coming from K on what do you call them? Symbolic links. Okay, so let's. I don't like this strap. It makes it too tight. So let me loosen it up a bit. And let's go to advanced menu. Whoops. Let's go to, do I use, oh, there we go, flight, and let iOS fly the aircraft. Hello, we need some gas. Hello? Hello? Oh, you coming this way? Ah, fuck it. All right, here we go. Boom. Uh-oh, did I fuck up? Oh. I don't know what I did. Because I think I chose AI flies your aircraft. And yet, I don't know what's happening. It's the first time I've ever switched. And so I could have crashed things. Come on, because I'm seeing the hemisphere in the background. Yeah, I think you guys can see it. And my oh, please don't crash. We've had such a nice time. I'm going to cheat and look at out the underneath the headset and see what. Okay, everything seems to be okay, but I've never seen such a long wait just switch over to. Oh, cool.
Fly heading 250. Descend and maintain 5,000. El Monte altimeter 2992.
What? Oh my God! It put us somewhere else. Apparently, saying wherever the fuck we were, Santa Catalina is not within the category of flyable or fly-offable places for AI controls your aircraft. I'll go to hell. Well, damn. That's all right. That's all right. We'll look around some more. I'm going to put this in my little basket. I have yet to create a holding place for my headset and
Fly heading 250. 250. Descend and maintain 5000 El Monte altimeter 299.
Okay, so we need to set up.
SJX Vision 1 Charlie Victor.
We need to reset the little blue donuts.
Charlie, Victor, fly heading
So let's
0,
take him.
0. Vectors for the visual.
Put him
Runway
right there.
26 left. Descend and maintain 5000.
Okay.
El Monte altimeter 2992.
Okay, El Monte.
090. Vectors for the visual. Runway 26
Yeah,
left.
I know we're
Descend and
using
maintain
vectors, but I
5000
want
El
you to
Monte
see.
altimeter 2992. SJX
Whoops.
Vision 1 Charlie Victor.
Nearest.
SJX Vision 1.
El Monte.
Fly heading 090. Vectors for the visual. Runway
Van
26
Nuys.
left. Descend and maintain
Compton.
5000. El Monte altimeter 2992.
El Monte.
Heading 090.
Let's find it.
Vectors for the visual.
Waypoint.
Runway 26 left. Descend and maintain 5000 El Monte altimeter 2992.
No, that's not what I
SJX
wanted
Vision
to do.
1 Charlie Victor.
Let's go to waypoint KAVX and let's find El Monte. Name. EL space MONTE, I believe. Fuck. And let's go back over to here and put a space. M O N T E. Enter. Oh, no, that's not right. So I don't know what the city is. Nearest. What was San Gabriel? El Monte, Fullerton, Cable. Long Beach. Bob Hope. There it is, I think. No. KONT, Los Alamitos. Santa Monica, Van Nuys, Corona, Crystal. Damn. Aqua Dulce. Palmdale. Where the fuck is El Monte? I do not see it. We are moving. We're moving at 209 knots. I don't know where El Monte is. I do not see it in any of this on this page. I do not see it on this page. I do not see it on this page. And I do not see it on this page. And I don't see it on that page either. And I think we're the. So I don't have a clue where we're going. Let's cancel out of direct. And we're at 10 mile. 10 miles is good. And let's set this guy up. So actually, we can set it right here so I can glance at it. We can glance at it and see how we're doing in terms of the donut. We already know that. Let's go to back. Just bring it to the map. We don't know where we're going, so that's that. There's a 10-mile circuit. That's fine. If I have been flown into mountains by ATC. So ATC needs some real friggin' work. All right, I'm going to put it right down here. And we're flying at 207 knots. I don't know. I just know we're going to El Monte, right? I don't know where it is. I guess we're headed in the right direction. There's Ontario. KCMO. Is it KCMO? NO. KCNO. I don't know what that is. Shall we find out? I could do it with a mouse. Maybe. Oh, the mouse is, it's either or. The mouse is either fucked up or it will work instead of the controller. But if the controller is working, apparently we lose the use of the mouse. So, why are we going to? We're not going to direct to KVAX. We're not doing direct. Nearest airport, wherever it is, it's ahead of us.
SJX Vision 1, Charlie, Victor, fly heading 080, descend and maintain 3000.
080, huh?
Fly heading 080, descend and maintain 3000. SJX Vision 1, Charlie, Victor.
Okay.
SJX Vision 1, Charlie, Victor, fly heading 350. Vectors for the visual, runway 26 left, descend and maintain 3000.
Fly heading 350.
Okay.
Vectors for the visual, runway 26 left, descend and maintain 3000. SJX Vision 1, Charlie, Victor.
I don't see it. Now, as I said, I can't tell you how many times I've been flown into the mountains with God, that's incredible. And you know what? I'm not absolutely sure that I properly installed OrbX SoCal.
SJX Vision 1, Charlie, Victor, fly heading 080.
Come on, where is the basket?
080.
Is that the
SJX
basket?
Vision 1, Charlie, Victor.
That's the post. So the basket is in here. Okay. I've got to make a hanger for it. So what I was trying to tell you is that it's great just for, looking around. And we should do that, actually. Let's go ahead and go to outside view. So I'm going to go here, and I'm going to go to, here, and circle. There we go. So I started to say, and I still haven't finished it, that we've flown into mountains many times in SoCal with artificial intelligence flying the aircraft. So we may be flying, AI flies the aircraft, but apparently it doesn't have much eye, if you take my meaning. Because at this particular angle of attack and speed, unless it's right before those hills out there. What is this one? Let me see if we can get back into the cockpit. Where is, we're flying almost over.
SJX Vision 1, Charlie, Victor, fly heading 170.
Okay.
Fly heading 170. SJX Vision 1.
I think that was
Charlie,
KR L26. Yeah, now it looks like we're going to, well, I don't know. KSBD, whatever, what is that? That's not Santa Barbara, that's KSBD. What is KSBD? All right, we're starting to level out. And we are down to, shit, we're still at flight level 6-8. So it's got to be out there in the mountainous area, which means that we may, unless I take over, we may well be flown into the mountain again. I haven't ever seen this kind of detail. What I do have down there is all of California, and I think it's all done in I want to say zoom level 16. So OrbX just did an incredible job, and you've seen me fly in OrbX in what I believe to be SoCal. And the reason I say believe to be is because SoCal, all right, let's just say I fucked up and let OrbX install itself on my C drive. I couldn't afford to put whatever it was, 60, shit, I think it's more, I thought it was somewhere in the 300 gigabyte category, maybe not.
1, Charlie, Victor, fly heading 230.
Fly heading 230.
Okay,
SJX Vision
you know what
1,
needs to be
Charlie,
done?
Victor.
We need to have the aircraft not fly the direction that ATC tells them to until afterwards, until ATC has said what it's supposed to be. We're down to flight level 35. Notice we're coming down and it's about 600 feet per minute. And KRAL is the closest. No, actually that's KRIR. It should be right under us down there. There it is. I think that's it. Yeah, that's a runway. And we are coming down. So now we've come below 2,500 feet, so we're no longer showing the flight level data. We're showing AGL. I thought that made more sense. Now that might be right out there. That might be where we're supposed to be headed. Now see, we're at 20 FPS. We in VR. I'll bet that's where we're going. Down to 2,000. What else is out there?
SJX Vision 1, Charlie, Victor, fly heading 260. Report the field in sight.
Oh.
Fly heading 2.
So is that Paradise?
Report the field in sight. SJX Vision.
Oh,
1,
KAJO. I think we used KAJO to fly to on the I-11.
SJX Vision 1, Charlie, Victor, clear visual approach, runway 26 left, contact tower on 118.50.
26
Clear
left.
visual approach, runway 26 left, contact tower
KNCO.
on 118.50. SJX Vision 1, Charlie, Victor. Tower, SJX Vision 1, Charlie, Victor.
Let's see what the closest one is. Are we coming down with our gear? No. There, nearest on, that's dead ahead. That's Chino, K-A-J-O, Corona. 7 miles, KNCO. Okay, down comes the gear. There's one of our blue donuts. And I know I've had a guy say, you know what, people don't take you seriously if you're going to call this device, and I like it a lot. 6.8 KAJO, is that? KNCO. That may well be it. Let's try KNCO. That's Chino, though. Activate. Okay, let's put this back over here. Shit, where's my shelf? There it is. And let's point it at my coffee. Yeah, that's it. That out there. Yeah. Okay. Low donut. Except we shouldn't be coming in at this angle. Even though it indicates that that you see where the lead-off lines are? They're going off at about a 45-degree angle to our flight path, which means to me that they're. Let me see. Let KN.
SJX Vision 1 Charlie Victor runway 26 left. You're cleared to land.
Clear to land. 26 left.
6 left. SJX Vision 1 Charlie Victor.
All right, so let's go. We got a while before we come back down. Nearest airport. Airport. KNCO. And that's dead ahead. And let's see the runways. Oh, there is one. And we got these two, 26 right and 26 left. Okay. All right, let's go back. Hold for map. I'm holding. Okay. And our full flaps are down. And I'm going to point at my coffee because I don't have to worry about landing here. Our artificial Artie is going to land for us. So where's my coffee? There it is. Got my little coffee warmer, drinking. Oh no, I didn't turn on the. Damn, I didn't turn on the heat. That's all right. I can drink cold coffee. But it would have been nice to have a sip of hot Sanka. All right. Got my coffee cup. Lifting it up. Putting my head back. That's why you're going to see me go like that. That's good. I'm getting to enjoy. Whoops. What did I just do? I put my coffee almost at the. I don't know where my coffee is. I got to cheat. There it is. All right. Now we're what? 6 knots below low donut. And I bet you anything that if we looked at, you see that, look, can you see how close we are? We're still in the white, but do you see where, how close we are to the red? That's stall speed. I'm taking it on that ribbon. Okay. And we're at 20 frames a second. Actually, at or below, let's put it that way. But we've had a really nice trip. We've seen a lot of nice objects if we were. And for once, I think the towers, the high tension towers are looking proper. Skinny little lines. Whereas I don't know where it came from. Some add in, some plug in something. Made the high tension lines duplicate and look like big broad bands, rubber bands, and that kind of destroys the immersion. Okay, we've got 3 red, 1 white, but we're way below what the specs on the Cirrus SF50 say that VSO is supposed to be. Nose up a little bit. We're going to land hard. Ouch. That's all right.
SJX Vision 1, Charlie, Victor, hit, taxi via 2-6, Lima, Delta, Mike, hold short of runway, 2-6, right.
Gate, taxi via 2-6, Lima, Delta, Mike, hold short of runway, 2-6, right, SJX Vision 1, Charlie, Victor.
Now we can actually see ourselves do that if I can find my controller, and we can zoom in. So you can see what's going on. It wants us to hold short on this runway here. And there's a hold short line right there. Stop. Hold short, dude. Whoa. You didn't get permission to cross, did he? I don't recall. I thought he asked me to hold short of that runway. This is a pretty big airport. How come I don't know what the fuck it is? This is KCNO. This is Chino. Now we got some stuttering happening.
SJX Vision 1, Charlie.
And at 20 frames per second. I'm thinking that I might be able to eke out a little bit more. Oh, this is the one we're supposed to hold short for? Okay. I'm thinking that we could eke out a little bit more out of my CPU. Because I can't afford to get a, what is it, GTN? Sorry, an i7 77K, 7700K. Because I'd be losing money, and I don't think I'd be gaining much. And I can't afford another motherboard. I guess that means that, in my dotage, I may be stuck with the 6700K, or I may need to find some work or creative outlet that's going to produce some money. We can live off of our social security, but just so. Okay, you're going to stop, dude? Okay.
8 Hotel Romeo cleared IFR2 Van Nuys has filed.
Van Nuys. Okay. Direct to the Van Nuys.
Cleared IFR2 Van Nuys as filed. Maintain 8,000 squawk
Nearest
4700
airport.
SJX Vision 8 Hotel Romeo.
We're looking for KVNY.
SJX Vision 8 Hotel Romeo runway 26 left taxi via Mike November Delta Papa Bravo short of runway 26 right.
Oh, it doesn't have it.
Runway 26 left taxi via Mike.
Okay,
November,
so we're going
Delta,
to
Papa,
have to
Bravo,
do it this
hold
way.
short of runway 26 right. SJX Vision 8 Hotel Romeo.
KVNY. Back up. VY. What? Oh, no, KVNY, right? That's right. No backspace, dude. V, N, where's Y? Y. Wait a second. KVNY. V. Dummy. V. N. Y. There we go. Enter. Enter. Okay. We're going to put that up on my drop-down desktop. This armoire I've had for, 16 years. It's really nice. It's a computer armoire, and it has two doors that close up at the top, two that close on the bottom. The bottom holds a pretty hefty file storage, and the center part holds which pulls out, has a slide to pull out a keyboard, and right next to where the storage for the file folders, to the left of it is a slot that's just big enough to stick a pretty good size gaming machine in there, which is exactly what I've got. Now you would think that, well, you're going to stick your gaming machine in a little bitty cubby hole, and I got to say, yeah, and I know what you're talking about. You're saying that, well, how do you keep from burning up? And all I can tell you is that I've always put in an extra beefy. I've never had water cooling, but I've put in extra beefy cooler, and Cool Master, I think, is the name of it. And here we go, runway 26. On the way to Van Nuys, and we're going to be flying pretty close to over LA. That's going to be interesting. And of course, very close to, less than 5 miles away from Burbank, which is where my son, who is an aspiring
Contact tower on 118.50
screenplay and
Hotel Romeo Tower SJX Vision 8 Hotel
TV
Romeo.
writer, whose last job was Will and Grace. And before the show closed, he got to actually write a script with his writing buddy.
Hold short of runway 26 left. SJX Vision 8
And
Hotel Romeo.
it was very well received. Aaron is his name. What are you doing, dude? Are you crossing this? What the hell? Are you going to this other runway? It looks like it. Okay. And we got to hold short for this runway here. That's 26 left, I guess. Where the fuck are you going? I'll be go to hell. You going all the way to the end of that one? Well, all right. We're now on Bravo. Enjoy the view. Let's get back in out of the cockpit and back into looking outside, since everything's been set up. And we'll go here, and we'll go to view. Whoops, let's try that again. Here, view, and come on, circle. Circle. There we go. I'm getting to understand that this is not, oh man, I views, come on, circle. This is not the representation. This is kind of a generic representation of a controller. It's definitely not a knuckles representation.
SJX Vision 8 Hotel.
Oh, okay, cool.
260 runway 26 left. You're cleared for takeoff.
Flight
All right.
260 runway 26 left. SJX Vision 8 Hotel Romeo.
Okay. And I'm going to put this up on the drop down quote desktop, and I'm going to unpin my seat so I can lean back, and let's just uh-oh, did I? No, it's all right. Let's enjoy. Come on, man. Get up. Lord have mercy. That's like I can land this guy in my little 2,100 foot field and take it off from there as well. All right, you see the stuttering. Unfortunately, as I was saying, I think there are ways to optimize. I've never really tried to do
SJX Vision 8 Hotel Romeo.
a CPU
SJX Vision 8 Hotel Romeo.
speed up, or what do you call it, overclocking.
SJX Vision 8 Hotel Romeo Chino altimeter 2992.
Chino altimeter 2992.
So you see that it's
Vision
pegged
8 Hotel Romeo.
at 23 average FPS for the CPU,
SJX Vision 8 Hotel
and yet
Romeo
15 FPS for the GPU.
Climate maintain 8,000.
So what's the
SJX
deal?
Vision 8 Hotel Romeo.
Now we're gonna buy some. We're gonna buy some more FPS as we get higher. We do see some flashing. I never saw that in 2D. And I will tell you that I'm looking straight ahead. I think I'm looking straight ahead. The only way I know that I can tell that I'm looking straight ahead, here is straight ahead for me, because I got my feet on my rotor pedals right now.
Hotel Romeo fly heading 280.
Fly heading
And so
280.
there's the plane off to my
SJX Vision
left.
8 Hotel Romeo.
SJX Vision 8 Hotel Romeo resume on navigation.
Resume on navigation. SJX Vision 8 Hotel Romeo.
All right, the idea here is to show off SoCal. So let's do that. Let me get my controller out, and my controller may have given up the ghost. Yeah, it's not showing up anymore. So does that mean I get to use my, whoops. I'm zoomed out as far as I can go. So I'm just going to have to, what is that? Oh man, that's ridiculous. I wish I had a cord a type C charger. Yeah, there's my mouse way down there, and it's not doing diddly squat. If I could find my other controller, I might be able to get us back outside again. Oh man, don't do that to me. Okay. There's my right-hand controller. Or is that my left? Is this my left-hand controller? Yeah, I think it is. Let me see if... No, I've got it upside down. This is the right-hand controller. Yeah, it's dead. So, I'm going to put it down in the basket, and let's see if we can use the left-hand controller. Turn it on. There it is. Okay. We may be able to go outside again. Here we go. And yet this is paired to the right-hand one, the stats, the FPS VR. So let's go to A.
SJX Vision 8 Hotel Romeo flight heading 290 vectors for the visual runway 16 right.
There we go.
Maintain 6,000.
Okay, now you got to look at that. Look at that golf course down there.
16
So
right.
what I was trying to tell you is that I
SJX Vision 8
allowed OrbX to install the files that it needed to download on my C drive, which totally screwed over my C drive, because that is where that's my main drive, and I try to keep everything out of the main drive, but I allowed it to put all of its files on C drive, and I ended up with Zippo, and it couldn't finish, or it appeared not to finish downloading. But apparently it did, because I went back to OrbX, the OrbX Central, and suffice it to say, by moving files around, it did install itself where I wanted it to. But my point is, I'm not sure that it properly installed itself. But it sure does look like it, doesn't it? And again, the left-hand controller is not looking like a Knuckles controller, but it's working. So You know, if we want, there's the ocean dead ahead, on straight ahead. And I don't believe that I can use my movement keys. I can in 2D, but not apparently in 3D. Nope, can't do it. So, our controller, hello, is flying along with us. So, the ocean is over off my left wing, and the mountains are over there. And it looks like we're going to be, well, we should be flying over LA. I believe that's LA right there. Let's see. Yeah, that's LA. And that is the ocean. And there's LAX. Right over there. You want to see what it looks like in the dark? Let's do that. How cool is that? Nice job. And I think that's LAX over there. And the city, is that LA? It's really well done, but boy, it shoots the shit out of my FPS. So I'm going to bring it back closer to daytime. For some reason, you pay a real penalty for nighttime in VR. Another golf course. And you can see a lot of auto gen down there, even though I have it set to the middle of objects. Shall we go ahead and release the I think I've still got this. Yeah, I've still got my flashlight on. Should I release the before we get to Van Nuys? I think I will. I'm going to let AI fly us. I may totally fuck up AI if I do that. So what? I'm hoping that you guys are seeing what I'm seeing. Yeah. Uh-oh, what happened? It looks like the picture went away. And yes, I'm using OBS. I've been thinking about using, what is it? It's an extension that allows you to use your net, your LAN, to connect to another PC that actually does your streaming. And that should take some of the load off, because OBS does. I understand it. It takes a good bit of, because it records and streams. And it will take probably 5 FPS, if I remember correctly. Now right over there is going to be where we're going, and that is going to be those are the Hollywood Hills over there. Now I'm going to keep my head still. And I still don't know. I'm going to keep my head still. It's still kind of jerky, but you can see a lot of autogen down there, can't you? And I'm buying what I see. I'll take that back. I bought what I see, what y'all see. And there's a shit pot of autogen down there. And Jesus, I think we're reading 19 FPS. So anyway, what do you think? Do you think I ought to take over once we get over the Hollywood Hills and land it in Van Nuys? I'll tell you what. We're going to act like this is on autopilot, and I'll let it make its approach into whatever runway it is assigned. But once we have an approach established, I'll go ahead and take over. And we'll see how that does, just like I did over in where was it? Santa Catalina. Okay. We might even get to see the Hollywood sign. I think it might be right down there, actually. I'm trying to place myself where Los Angeles is. It may well be right down there. Let's see if I can't zoom in and see. Let's see.
SJX Vision 8 Hotel Romeo fly heading 340 descend and maintain 3000.
I may need to take over.
0 descend and maintain 3000 SJX Vision 8 Hotel Romeo.
I'm almost certain the Hollywood sign is in this. There's Griffith Observatory. I'm pretty certain. So it's right down there, and I'm not seeing it. Wouldn't that be something if OrbX fucked up, or I didn't have enough objects showing up to could it be that it's over there? That's really possible. If we can see the circular building, the tubular building that was Capitol Records, I believe, then whatever is on this hill is definitely where the Hollywood sign is. I think we just flew over it. I think I outfoxed myself. I think that's exactly what we did. We just flew over the Hollywood sign. Yeah, I'm virtually certain. Should I do it? Huh? What do you say? What do you say? Should I? We're close enough to VN1 to do it. I'm going to push this key, and I'm going to go to not map. Oh shit. No, go back to the game. We need to get back into... Fuck! It did. I told you it was going to happen. God damn it. Well, guess what? Aviate, navigate, communicate. We were still under AI control. All right. Let's go to LAX. What do you say? So, I'm going to push this button. Where's it going to take us?
SJX Vision 1, Charlie, Victor, fly heading 320, descend and maintain 11,000, Palmdale, Wriggle, USA FPLT 42, altimeter 2992.
Okay. Oh, now Knuckles. Now it's being represented by Knuckles control. So, get back into the cockpit, and it may come back to this guy right here. It put us back up in the, and we're feet dry, and we're not out by the island, and that's, and
Fly heading 320, descend and maintain 11,000, Palmdale, Wriggle, USA FPLT 42, altimeter 2992, SJX Vision 1, Charlie, Victor.
all right, we're going to put this here, and we're going to put that.
Fly heading 050, SJX Vision 1, Charlie, Victor.
There. We're going to go to the map. We're going to come out to about 8 miles.
140, SJX Vision 1, Charlie, Victor.
And we want to go direct to Van Nuys, right?
Resume on navigation, SJX Vision 1, Charlie, Victor.
Oh dear. There's KBUR, so we should be able to see Van Nuys. Let's go to Bob Hope and activate. And we're out over the desert, aren't we? All right, so that's fine. 42 miles. Let's get ourselves out of not the window mode. and I don't want that. Okay. I want to go here, and I want to go there, and I want to go to flight, and I want to go there. We're going to take AI off. Let's see if I did that. Do I have control? Yes, I do. Okay, cool. I'm in the wrong seat, but that's okay. We're going to come around to the right. Let's see if I can get in the driver's seat. Okay. Let's do it this way. Go put this guy on, hit here, and there we go. Okay. What's our altitude? 27,000. Okay. Well, we're out in the mountains, and we're going to be heading into Burbank. Actually, and we didn't see VNY. What the hell? Let's go fast. Gears up. We're way above DMMS. And we got to get over these mountains. And so why not? You should see a VNE warning pretty soon. We're coming down at 6,000 feet a minute. We are past VNE, and it's not coming up. That's interesting. So we see no alerts. That's interesting. Can you see what I'm seeing? Yeah. Well, maybe not exactly, but you are seeing a whole representation. And I don't know whether yeah, that's shit. We don't want that to be showing. How do I get rid of that? There we go. Sorry, I didn't know you guys are seeing that. All right, 15,000. You want to see what it looks like down there? I mean, we should have fairly decent FPS around there. We'll get down to, say, 8,000. And there's 10.5. Oh, what is that? Oh, is that Palmdale? You want to do a touch and go? Now we're going to be doing some big ass no-nos here. But that's okay. There it is. All right, we got 3 green. Little blue donut says our gear is down. We got half flaps. Let's come down with full flaps. That's pretty good approach speed. And maybe we'll even see little blue donuts come to action here. There's low donut. Okay, just hold it off, hold it off, hold it off. Okay, let's get out of here. Hello, Palmdale. Goodbye, Palmdale. Gear up. Look at it. Watch the gear on little blue donuts go up. And we got to get back on the magenta line. And we'll do that very thing. Gear, a little bit less flappage. 104. 105 is DMMS. We're above that. So we want to go, oh shit, I lost my bearing. Let's give it a little bit of up angle. Let's zoom out. And there's VNY, there's K-Burr, and that's where we need to go, over the mountains. Okay, cool beans. Flaps up. $3,000 AGL is coming up, but it won't be AGL, it will be flight level. Watch as it goes beyond 2,500. Bam. There's your flight level. And let's pitch our nose down a tad. And a little bit more. Now, do you want to go to KBOR or Van Nuys? We left from Van Nuys, didn't we? Let's go to Burbank. I'll show you where my son used to live. He lives in West Hollywood, North Hollywood, I think now. You can see the Hollywood sign from his roof. He's been over to the ocean from Hollywood. Climbing these hills. I thought I was in pretty good shape when I was 33. I'd lost a lot of weight, went to New York, and I was just going to tear New York, even though I did a couple of things in New York. Did a play and a lot of soap operas, but nothing that sustained me. So I ended up working as a computer guy. Didn't know a fucking thing about computers, but it got me. Forget about it. It's no biggie. Suffice it to say that I didn't maintain my dream. And Christian has. He's been out there, geez, I want to say 10 years. It's not been that long. How long has it been, Christian? All right, we're headed straight in for KBUR. We're going to have to dump a lot of speed. We could always come around and come in. Yeah, we're set for KBUR. We're up to 247 miles an hour. But look at those hills. Really nicely done. Oh, you know what? We're going to bypass Burbank. We're going to go right over Burbank, and you see those hills at about 11 o'clock? Well, that's behind those hills is Los Angeles. And more importantly, behind those hills is the Hollywood sign. I may not be able to see it. See, once I'm over these mountains, I know how to get around. This is what... Man, look at those hills. Shit, those aren't hills. Those are fucking mountains. What's our altitude here? 7,000. Those mountains are less than 1,000 feet below us. So, I'm going to put, you see where the tip of, or the left-hand top left of the FPS meter that says where it shows SF50 and where the blue donut range is. At the top left of that blue square, I'm going to point to where we're going to be heading in order to see the Hollywood sign. Wow-wee, look at that. Look at that. And it's the mesh is really beautifully done. So I think this is the San Fernando Valley. Bringing our speed back over to, so just 6 miles ahead of us is right over here is, you can see the runway. I think you can. Where is it? Oh, it's off to our left a little. Big ass golf course. Oh, that's a 20-mile range. I would swear the KBUR is right below us. That's what the map says, isn't it? I think that's it right over there. No? I'm 1,000 feet off the deck right now. And we're in the middle of 3 airports. Van Nuys off to our 1 o'clock. And KBUR, we're almost directly over it. But I do not see it. Isn't that weird? We're going to have some trouble getting over. All right, 170 is good. Where the fuck is KBUR? I'll be damned. We're on top of it. We're almost on top of KBUR. Not quite, but almost. So where the fuck is it? Is that it over there? It's right off our nose, our left nose. It's still ahead of us, not by much. Son of a... Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay. So the hills that's straight ahead, I believe, is the other side of that is the Hollywood sign. Now, it's possible it's that one right there, that brown hill. But we're going to come to the left and play it safe. I mean to the right and then come left. And come along the ridge line of this hill, these hills here. We should be able to see the Capitol Records building as accurately as they've laid in buildings and AutoGen here. Look at that. No stutters. But our frame rate is at or below 20. $166 knots. Now we're starting to stutter. 2,300 feet. I think it's in those hills over there. Whoa, I forgot to lock in my seat. Okay. And it could be those hills over there. But I see some stuff. You see that white flashing there? Guess what that is? So right down there should be the Capitol building, Capitol Records building. It's a tall glass cylinder. I'm not going to look too hard for it. And the Griffith Observatory is dead ahead. All right, the Capitol Records should be right down in here. What the hell is that building? Oh, there she blows. They really should have the Griffith Observatory done. There's no two ways about it. We found it, didn't we? And Christian's apartment is right out that way, because he can see the Hollywood sign from his the top, the roof of his apartment. See you later, Hollywood sign. Now, where is the Griffith Observatory? I really don't see it. I'm not going to look for it. We're going to go to Burbank. Let's zoom back out. You want to do a night landing or a day landing? Oh, you know what? We don't have, I haven't seen any traffic. Did I need to upgrade my, let's hang some flaps out. I believe that is Mr. Burbank right there. Yeah. It's 873 feet, if I'm not mistook. All right, let's come down with the gear. And another notch of flaps. And right over there is 5 miles away is VNY. Now we're about to fly over Christian's first apartment in Los Angeles. Let's give it a little light. Actually, it's easier to find the airport, but he's right down, he's less than 8 blocks away from the from the runway here. How far are we out? 2 miles? That's about right. All right, 3 grain, full flaps. It's come a little bit, let's go to the left. This is the best time I've had in this simulator, bar none. Everything is working. And I'm hoping I'm able to share this with you. I wonder why what the hell is, I'm a little on the low side. We got a full donut right there. Oh, you know what? I think this is one runway. Yeah, it's only got 2 runways that are at an angle like, what is it? Like a T-square? No, it's not a T-square. Right on the donut. Unfortunately, I did not turn my lights on. What a noob. Pull it off. Yes. Ah, let the nose go down too hard. Oh, well. I'm going to give us some light. Should I just see if the lights work? I'm going to put the brakes on, and I'm going to get my left-hand controller, and I'm going to see if those brakes work. Which are where? There's battery 2, battery 1, master. What? Whoops. A landing light right there. That doesn't seem to be doing anything. Are we drifting? No, we got our brakes on. Strobe. I can't turn everything on or off. Can I turn this knob here? Oh, that doesn't seem to be working. Wait. So why isn't the landing lights coming on? All right, so be it. Oh, the landing lights are on. They're just really dim. I'll be damned. Or maybe I didn't realize I put them on. Whatever. Let's go back to daylight. Now we can see where we are. And yes, this is Burbank, and it's really nicely done. Okay. Why don't we park next to that jet aeroplane? And park that baby. All right, I'm gonna. Whoa! I thought I put on my brakes. There we go. Well, I enjoyed the shit out of that, and I'm really pleased. And it apparently installed what I believe to be SoCal. So I got to figure out where everything is, because I've got terabytes and terabytes of ortho all over the place, including all of California, and that's at 16. This is like 18 and 19, and the mesh is wonderful. I'm just delighted with what I see, and this is the best flight I've ever had. And with a Pimax on, no doubt, no less. I mean, dudettes, I'm telling you that my depth of field is so wide that I would swear to God I'm in here. You want to see what a 747 looks like? You can't appreciate the scale. You just can't. But I can. And I'm just so pleased that things are working out. So pleased. And boy, it's been a while. So, thanks for joining me. This is Chaz, November 146 Charlie Hotel. Telling you guys, I'm afraid we're in for a real shit bath. And I just wish you the best. And I'm sending protective vibes as much as I can. And if I happen to get and survive COVID-19, I promise you're going to be getting some of my blood and certainly some of my red blood cells and my serum. And maybe I can save a couple of you guys. And we got a brand new grandson. What a joy he is, and what a joy my daughter is. And my wife came down to the hills of Kentucky to Stinking Creek and Carnes Farm, and spent 2 weeks with me. And I so much appreciated that, but we had to do social distancing. So no sooner were the 2 weeks up that we could have taken our masks off and given each other a hug, and she took off. Maybe we'll get her to stay an extra week next time. But anyway, I wish you well. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that everything came out the way I wanted it to. God bless you all, and take care. And I'm going to take this headset off and destroy the immersion that I've just had in Southern California. So, I'm gonna shut her down if I can get my cursor to behave. There we go. This is the best time I've had in this simulator, bar none. Everything is working. And I'm hoping I'm able to share this with you. I wonder why what the hell is, I'm a little on the low side. We got a full donut right there. Well, you know what? I think this is one runway. Yeah, it's only got two runways that are at an angle like, what is it? Like a T-square? No, it's not a T-square. Right on the donut. Unfortunately, I did not turn my lights on. What a noob. Pull it off, pull it off. Yes. Ah, let the nose go down too hard. Oh well. I'm going to give us some light. Should I just see if the lights work? I'm going to put the brakes on, and I'm going to get my left-hand controller, and I'm going to see if those brakes work. Which are where? There's battery 2, battery 1, master. What? Whoops. A landing light right there. That doesn't seem to be doing anything. Are we drifting? No, we got our brakes on. Strobe. I can't turn everything on or off. Can I turn this knob here? Oh, that doesn't seem to be working. Wait. So why isn't the landing lights coming on? Alright, so be it. Oh, the landing lights are on, they're just really dim. I'll be damned. Or maybe I didn't realize I put them on. Whatever. Let's go back to daylight. Now we can see where we are. And yes, this is Burbank, and it's really nicely done. Okay. Why don't we park next to that jet aeroplane? And park that baby. All right, I'm gonna. Whoa! I thought I put on my brakes. There we go. Well, I enjoyed the shit out of that, and I'm really pleased. And it apparently installed what I believe to be SoCal. So I got to figure out where everything is, because I want. I've got terabytes and terabytes of ortho all over the place, including all of California, and that's at 16. This is like 18 and 19, and the mesh is wonderful. I'm just delighted with what I see, and this is the best flight I've ever had. And with a Pimax on, no doubt, no less. I mean, dudettes, I'm telling you that my depth of field is so wide that I would swear to God I'm in here. You want to see what a 747 looks like? You can't appreciate the scale. You just can't. But I can. And I'm just so pleased that things are working out. So pleased. And boy, it's been a while. So, thanks for joining me. This is Chaz, November 146 Charlie Hotel. Telling you guys, I'm afraid we're in for a real shit bath. And I just wish you the best. And I'm sending protective vibes as much as I can. And if I happen to get and survive COVID-19, I promise you, you're going to be getting some of my blood and certainly some of my red blood cells and my serum. And maybe I can save a couple of you guys. And we got a brand new grandson. What a joy he is, and what a joy my daughter is. And my wife came down to the hills of Kentucky to Stinking Creek and Carnes Farm, and spent 2 weeks with me. And I so much appreciated that, but we had to do social distancing. So no sooner were the 2 weeks up that we could have taken our masks off and given each other a hug, and she took off. Maybe we'll get her to stay an extra week next time. But anyway, I wish you well. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that everything came out the way I wanted it to. God bless you all, and take care. And I'm going to take this headset off and destroy the immersion that I've just had in Southern California. So, I'm going to shut her down if I can get my cursor to behave. There we go.